Hi everyone, welcome you all. So today we are going to start a new chapter that is called Societal Impacts. Here we are going to discuss societal impacts of information technology. So without much delay, let's get started. So first of all, we are going to discuss what is digital footprints. Now to understand this, we need to understand what footprints are. So footprints are the activities or your impressions where you have gone, and by tracing these footprints or following through these footprints we can get to you or anybody get, or you can say, get the trace of the activities. And similar is here, but these footprints are in a digital form, and these are also referred as digital shadow. So let's get through the definition and then we will discuss more. So, digital footprints or digital shadow refers to one's unique set of traceable digital activities, actions, contributions, and communication manifested on the internet or on digital devices. On the World Wide Web, the internet footprints are also known as cyber shadow, electronic footprints, or digital shadow, and it is the information left behind as a result of user web browsing activity and information stored as cookies. The term usually applies to an individual person but can also refer to a business, organization, or corporation. Right now, whatever you do on the web, for example, you posted a comment and you have shared something and you delete it, and you may think that your friends cannot see those anymore or anybody cannot trace you did it, but you are wrong. Your activities are stored on the server permanently, so anybody at any time with a good knowledge or skills can easily trace out what you have did and can reach to you, right? There is a IP address which gives you your geographical region, where you belong to. Your email ID again it gives you or reveals your in identity. So don't think that if you have done something and you have deleted your account or you have deleted that post, it cannot that makes you invisible, right? This is not the case. So digital footprints are the impressions you leave on the social media or your internet, or any other website. So any activities you perform is stored forever and can be traced at any time with good skills, good, what we can say, IT skills, right? Now, so you have to be very careful what you share, where you share, and with whom you are sharing. For consider a simple example. Suppose you have posted a simple message on the internet and you immediately delete that message. But what if somebody have taken a screenshot before you delete that, right? So that thing is stored in that particular, you can say, audience, right? So you should be very careful what you are sharing and where you are sharing and to whom you are sharing. And secondly, you should be very smart, which site you have to visit, which emails you want to open, and which links you have to click. So you have to be really very smart and do all these things with a caution or very carefully, right? So this is what I have to discuss about digital footprints. Now let us move to our next agenda point, that is net and communication etiquettes. So though this chapter we have already learned in class 11th, then so I need just to remind you what these topics are or what are the net communication etiquettes are. So be authentic. This means that you have to be authentic who you are. right? You don't have to post information on behalf of your company. So you have to be honest who you are as a uh, in what capacity you are talking. You should be very very clear, right? Use a disclaimer. That means you have to be very particular about the identity. Suppose you are working in a organization and you are holding some important job, then whenever you are going to share, you have to be very calculative, and you have to make it clear that this is your personal opinion, and this is not the opinion of the company or the person sitting on the chair, right? So to avoid that, you have to use a disclaimer, right? Now the next point is don't pick fight online. Obviously this is a simple thing. You don't have to pick a fight pick a fight by simply commenting or privately commenting to some others, because you may hurt a majority of our people and they will be after your life. So you have to be very careful not to pick a fight online, right? And next is don't use fake names or pseudo names. Obviously you should not be using fake names, as this will lead to confusion. And secondly, it is a cybercrime. And never pretend to become somebody else, because whatever you are doing, it can be easily traced out by your geographical locations, your IP address, your MAC address. So uh, you should not be doing that. Now, the next is protect your identity. That means you should be honest with your identity, but you should not reveal your personal information all over the world. Not only your friends can see it, but many other people can see it. Your hackers, crackers may see it and utilize your identity for their own benefits. There is a crime called identity theft that can also be committed. So be careful what you are saying and where you are sharing. You should not be using full names. You should be using nicknames only, and you should not be sharing your pics, your family members pics, and your school's pics, because somebody may be stalking at you and maybe may want to do some damage to you. So you should avoid these things. The next is uh, where I was. I think respect your audience. Obviously, you have to respect your audience, because you may not want to hurt somebody, so that it can give you a hard time. Maybe you have commented something and your friends are uh, found insulting in, and it is forever. His family or uh, his close friend may also see that. So you have to respect your audience, because the impacts are very large, and you cannot say that this will be I said in just a casual way, right? It may hurt over a long duration of a time, because this information stays forever, right? The next is respect others sentiments. Both the statements are almost same. And monitor comments, who is commenting, what is commenting. You have to make this thing very clear, and you can simply delete it, or you can simply set comments to as private. Okay. And respect people's privacy. Obviously you may want to protect your privacy. Similarly, others also have privacy. Do not reveal their name, their relations, or any other information on the internet, right? So you have to take care of these things while communicating over a internet or www, okay, or social media platforms, right? Now, let us move to our next topic, that is data protection. The first of all, what is a data protection? Whatever data or a software you have created, that is called your digital assets, and you may want to protect that, right? For example, you have done so much of a hard work in creating a software, and somebody still stores it and sells it or simply shares it. So how you will feel bad, and you will not get benefit of that hard work, right? So to avoid that, we need to protect your data. So first of all, let us understand what is your digital property or digital assets. So these refers to any information about you or created by you that exists in a digital form, either online or either electronically stored in a storage devices. All of your digital property comprises what is known as digital assets, right? So whatever you have created, for example, you have created an article and it is stored in a form of a file on over a system, then also it is called your digital property, right? So digital property lies with the owner. That means legally a person who has created it or the owner who has got it developed by paying legally is the legal owner of a digital property, right? For example, if I'm a developer but I have developed a software mm, on somebody's request, but and they have paid. So I am not the legal owner of that. The person who has paid me for creating that software is a legal owner, right? So if I'm selling that software without his permission, then it is against the law, and I am violating the digital property rights. Okay, so only owner can use and decide who all and in what form can this actually it should be his her digital property assets may be used by other, whether by making payment or buying it or by obtaining its license or uses rights, right? Or rights, you can simply say. Next is our threats to digital property. So these are the two types of threats for a digital property. The first one is digital software penetration tools. There are certain tools like cracks and keygens which can surpass the security of software developed by you, and by doing so, your what we can say your share base or your demo base can become full-fledged software, and this will not give you that benefit as you deserve, right? So this is a kind of a piracy, you can say that. So there are the certain tools developed by the crackers so that your software can be utilized without paying the license fees. Okay, and the second is stealing and plagiarizing code of your digital properties. For example, somehow some people or your friend or your enemy gets the code of your software, then what he will do, he will some modify and he will do some cosmetic changes and then sells your product, your software to different users by naming by a different name, by their own company name. So this will give you another damage, right? So this is another type of threat that a person has to take care of, right? So these are the threats to our digital properties. Now how we can counter them? So these are the three solutions for these. First is anti-tamper solutions. Basically, there are certain tools available on the internet which gives you these type of solutions. Right, you can go over the internet and search it. One of the very popular example is Everledger, and anti-tamper solutions like cryptographic solutions are also there to protect your information. Right. The second is legal clauses. Um, Adding legal clauses in the clauses of uses of your software or digital properties can give you little bit protection against your digital property or from the what we can say that intruders. You must include a transparent clause in your software terms of service that prohibits the scrapping of your software's source code or for reuse. This is a sound legal backup for you. Basically, If somebody violates these rules and regulations, you can go to the court and lodge a fire and put a case against them. Okay, then the last one is limit the sharing of your source code. This is the easiest solution you can do, or this is best what you can do. You should share your software code only with the trusted individuals who are part of your development team. You should also use a digital right management or DRM solutions to protect your software from being scrapped of our source code using decompilers etc. Right, what we generally as a software programmer do, we never share our source code to anybody else. We only share executable files so that nobody gets the source code and can replicate your software and do alternation in it. If they want to make a software, then they have to write a code from the scratch, right? So that's why as a software developer, we never ever disclose or share our source code to any person, right? This is the first thing and most important lesson you have to learn as a software developer, right? So this is all for the day. Thank you for listening. Bye bye and see you.